What's up, guys? Charlie here. Welcome back to Prison Architect. Some things have happened, and it's been pretty interesting. So, Felix got injured. Right? They had a fight in the yard over here, and Felix got injured. Scott Gordon was responsible for that. I don't know. Maybe they just got into a disagreement or something. But also, Patterson just keeps kicking off, destroying things, and he's killed 3 guards since the last episode. So I'm going to have to deal with Patterson. Now, thankfully, I can actually deal with Patterson because he's not a gang leader, so that's going to be fine. But I wanted to show you another development. Felix got injured. And the reason why that's important is because he got sent to the infirmary, okay? Now, the infirmary is a place where everyone gets healed, whatever, and all the prisoners, regardless of security level, are allowed to go to the nearest infirmary. They're taken to it, escorted to the infirmary by a guard, etc. So Felix got to the infirmary. Well, there was another prisoner in there with him. I didn't think nothing of it, whatever. They were next to each other in these 2 beds. Didn't think anything of it. Turns out that the guy next to him was in his gang, and he has now been upgraded. Alex Darley is now the lieutenant in green. That's how it happened. That's how it gets started, people. So he doesn't really care. Felix doesn't care, I guess, about who the lieutenant is. He just needs somebody, and so he's upgraded Mr. Darley there to lead the Green Gang in the maximum security penitentiary. So we have now Red with a lieutenant, but no leader, as far as I can tell, unless that's developed. No, doesn't look like it. Green now has the leader and the lieutenant back. And Blue also has the leader and the lieutenant here. Yep, Duncan Creaser. Also, I've recruited, let's go back to the intelligence screen. I've recruited, both Duncan Creaser is my informant, so he's the blue gang lieutenant, right? That's Duncan Creaser. He's my 100% coverage informant. But I also have Duncan Ward now. He's my lieutenant also, or he's my confidential informant also, and that is the red team's lieutenant. So I'm getting some insiders to kind of rat on the prison, which is kind of nice. Mark Morris just sitting there minding his own business, whatever. Let's see, what else? The mailroom is a disaster, and I have no idea why they're not delivering the mail. I don't understand it. There's so much mail that needs delivered here, and they're not delivering it. Only thing I can think of is that for some reason the guards won't deliver the mail, and the medium security prisoners who are here sorting it are not able to enter the maximum security area. It's the only thing I can think of. So what I'm going to try and do this episode is kind of block this off to where there is like this whole thing is workable by the maximum security people instead of the minimums. If I did that, or instead of the normal sec, I think if I did that, maybe this stuff might start getting delivered. Maybe. I don't know. This episode also is supposed to be about the... I'm going to let this play on a little bit. I'm sorry about pausing it. We have intake coming in a little under an hour, and that's going to give us a bunch of people, but... a comment was made in the last episode. Excellent point, so thank you for pointing it out. I had sort of this rough idea of how I wanted to design this, and it had nothing to do with the rest of the theme of the prison. I was designing this whole thing as one big building with cells inside it, and yeah, that's my bad. That's my bad. So this is actually going to be a town too, right? This is going to be Death Row Town, all right? Death Row Town, or the Death Row Block, really is a block. Or, I don't know, Death Neighborhood or something. We'll come up with a name for this over here. But that's what this over here is going to be. So I want to get that started. I don't have a whole lot of money, and we keep losing money because of repairs. Because Patterson keeps kicking off. So I got to figure out what to do with him. I've also got the game running in 1440p now instead of 4K. It makes me a little bit sad, but I do notice a difference on my end. Hopefully you don't notice any difference on your end. That's what I'm counting on, is that you guys don't notice a difference on your end. And it is making it perform a little bit faster, if not just a tad bit more. There's a little bit of skipping going on in here, but I think that's because I've got to use the WASD keys to move around, since my middle mouse button doesn't work on my mouse. I have to get another mouse. Middle mouse button stops working, so now I can't just drag the map of it as I've been doing the entire series. Sad face. Is what it is. Maybe actually, can I rebind this? If I go options, there's no rebinding controls. I don't think. No, doesn't look like there's any. All right, there are no buffering control, or there are no key binding controls. So, okay, never mind then. All right, so we need money. That's gonna be an intake. Now that's in 5 minutes according to this. Let's pause it really quick so I don't overlook it. Now this intake is only the minimum security. Can I fit maximums? I can. I can do, you know what? I'm gonna do 10. I'm gonna do 10 maximums as well. So let's increase this to 10. And we'll pop 10 of those guys in there. Can I do any normals? I don't wanna do any normals. And I have so much capacity for more, actually. I only have 41 normals. I can probably eliminate a whole bunch of these cells and turn them to maximum now. Let's bring in, let's bring in 40. And let's do like an even split down the middle kind of thing. There we go. That'll get us the capital that we need to invest. Now, these cells then are all gonna be marked. How are they marked? Deployment. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's uncheck these. Let's turn them into maximums. But the thing is I need them to be not. I need them to be not cells right now. So let's actually remove the cell designation from these. We're gonna turn these into maximum 2. This library needs to stay normal for now though. So I think the fence for this is gonna end up being something like probably this, there, and then here as well. Now that means that these guys can't get into the shop, so I'm gonna have to reroute a door. I'm gonna have to put a door here instead. So we're gonna do that though. So let's put a door. Let's put another fence here. Continue the fence this way. Now that also means that these guys are gonna be able to, or does it? No, they aren't actually. Let's put it this way instead. Okay. These offices will still stay in the normal sec then. This all gets chopped off or blocked off. This fence is still here, so this whole thing gets blocked off. These cells should be maximum 2. They already are. Good. How about these ones? We can turn these ones in probably, I think. The only way I could do that if I can somehow block this off. So if I go, I don't want to put a fence across this. I don't want to put a fence across this path though. If I do it here, that blocks them from here, but it doesn't stop them from here. This part's going to be complicated. I'm going to leave this for now because it's already like settled. We'll come back to that later. Let's make sure that this stuff though is the right deployment. Yeah, okay, so all of these are going to end up being maximum security cells. How we're going to do that is I'm going to move this fence. Didn't I just put a fence here? I thought I just did that. Wait a minute. Yeah. This is being drawn right now. Okay. So a lot of these guys are going to end up being in the holding cells for a little bit, and that's okay. That's the purpose of the holding cells, to bring people in before we can actually hold them. So that's what we're going to do. So 26,000 bucks. We just got that, which is great. I think we're getting to the point also now where both workshops need to be maximum security because there's not a whole lot of people over here to work there. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. Maybe these workshops are still full. Logistics, like, I want to see how much are working here. And right now, I think this is just, there's only one guy in there. I'm noticing my workshop income has dropped. And I think that's why. My exports are 9,600. That's actually not bad. That's higher than it was the last day. The last day I had more like 5 grand. So that's higher. Maybe it's just kind of a situational thing. I don't know. We'll check back on that later. Also, let's check out our new intake. Our new arrivals are arriving now. I've gotten a lot of comments regarding like me pausing the game a lot. And I agree with you. I pause it too much. It's because I'm so used to gaming with my thumb on the spacebar that whenever something happens, my instant reaction is to hit the spacebar to like assess the situation, right? It's like, oh, I need to look at this. And I have all the time in the world to look at it now because I tap the spacebar. I'm gonna try not to do that as much. It's a habit. It's not like I'm doing it consciously. Sometimes I am, and then usually I'm like, I'll pause it now because I'll like tell you that I'm gonna do it. But a lot of times, this little pause, unpause thing, it's just an impulse I've got to work through. It's something that I've just got to get over. So apologies for that, but it's just the way it is until I can figure out how to not do it anymore. Whole bunch of prisoners coming in. We got 2 more. See, I just did it again. We got 2 more greens right here and a red here, right? So that puts us up to 20, 17, and 13. Red's still the biggest gang, but they're the only ones that don't have a leader. And I was kind of like nervous about maybe the leader coming in that batch because I brought in a lot of maximums. But thankfully, it doesn't look like that's going to be much of a problem. These gangsters don't really look like they're that tough. Let's check out this guy. He is tough, fearless, and strong. Okay, well, whatever. You are something, I guess. And you are volatile and tough. I don't like the volatile ones. You could be... Like, you can be a legendary, but if you don't have volatile as one of your traits, you're a lot easier to control. Or instigator. Oh, man. Instigators are probably the worst. Especially if you're a volatile instigator. That's really bad. Okay, so we have 30 grand. Let's see about getting some of this stuff set up. And I'm going to pause it here just because I'm going to be paying attention to the build. And I don't want to have a whole bunch of stuff going on that's going to interrupt my planning on this. And then once this is like underway and I put the order in, then we can go ahead and let it play on. So first off I'm going to do is I'm going to take the, let's do brick. I know it's kind of, yeah, let's just do brick. All of the death row cells are 9 cells. They're 3x3. I got them this way because I want to be able to sort of keep them as happy as possible. So I'm going to put some stuff in their cells that a lot of other prisoners don't get. But the thing about death row prisoners is that they don't leave their cells, right? They don't need a canteen or anything like that, right? They don't need a yard, although I might give them a yard, but I doubt it. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to grab just 2. We'll build these as we need them, but I'm purposely building them over top of the trees first so that we get the wood cut down. Then I'm going to build this. This is the execution room, or the execution chamber, if you will. This is going to be their kitchen. And I think this is their parole room. And then this is their visitor room. Which is too big. I don't need it to be that big, but let's make it like this big then. That's why we have planning lines, figuring it out. Okay, so we'll let that play on. I'll wait to build these until I need them, right? Now this area over here is not fenced in, right? It's fenced in like this. I've gone ahead and I've made the fence like this, so it is fenced in the extent that if they were to go this way, there's no way out except going back out the same door. So it's fenced in like that, but other than that, it's not that secure. So I'm gonna make a couple of, you know what? I shouldn't put any doors here until, yeah, I shouldn't put any doors here yet. So I'm gonna wait. But anyway, so, because otherwise the workmen are gonna have to negotiate with the jail doors, and that's silly. So we've got a death row here, a death row inmate here. That's 2 cells, which I think is probably all that we need in the early run, because we're not gonna get that many death row. Death row inmates are rare. They do not come in like the regular inmates. And you cannot tell, like you can in intake, you can say, I want to take more, but that doesn't guarantee you get them. Like right now, if I say I want like 200 maximum security, there's 200 available, right? I've got more than enough available. I can take as many as I want. But with death row, they're rare. They don't come in very often. And when they do come in, they're going to be taken directly to their cells after processing and stuff. They're taken directly to their cell, and they stay there. They don't interact, don't go out anywhere else. They stay in their cell, right? The only times they leave their cell is for a parole hearing, for visitation, or for execution. That's the only time they leave their cell. That doesn't mean we can frown on security. We have to really buff up security because some of these guys are really badass. Some of these guys are terrible. And they will set fire to your prison and get out because they know they're a death sentence, right? So that's something that we're going to have to work through as well. This whole thing here, once I've verified that this is big enough, and I'm pretty sure 4 cells is big enough, I think. I don't think we're going to get more than 4 at a time. If we do, I guess I'll change then, but I really don't think we're going to. Maybe I'll move this. Now, I have these spaces like this for a particular reason, obviously, for resources like the water pump and the power station and things like that. But honestly, I think 4 cells is going to be enough for this. We're going to put a regular perimeter wall all the way around here and completely lock this down so that when they do get out, or when they do try to get out, you know, there's not a big issue. All right, now, we got this thing blinking at me. Why? 1 prisoners are unable to be assigned to a cell. Why? Because we have maximum security. We have too much maximum security. So what I want to do, since they're building that, let's come down here and I want to check deployment really quickly. Okay, so this is like this. Now, this area is no access, right, because I've already built these fences. So now I need the workmen to demolish this fence. I also want them, so that we don't have a problem here, I also want them to remove this door. This one, yeah. Get rid of that door. And we're going to move that door over here. Okay. Oh. We got some people trashing things? I also don't have a camera in this store. Maybe that's a problem, I don't know. Oh, Mark Morris. Causing trouble. For those of you who don't know, this is a character that was this is one of the developers of the game. He was like he just happened to come into my prison. So Mark Morris is somebody to keep an eye on. He's got a green hat on, so somebody to keep an eye on. All right. So hopefully they're getting started on this. I made the other thing a priority though, because I kind of like to get this going. This airlock will no longer be required once this is taken care of. So I think what I want to do here, actually, maximum security, normal security and stuff, they can come through here. If they come through here, oh, there's this airlock right here though. Okay, never mind. So yeah, we're gonna want to remove this as well. So this needs to get dismantled, and we'll dismantle the metal detector too. We're gonna move this stuff over here so that people who work in the shop can get there through the yard. And then I won't even really need a metal detector in here because they're coming through this metal detector into the yard. They're going to go to work, and then when they leave, they're going to come right out through this door and go through the metal detectors anyway. Like 2 sets, really. They're going to come through here, this set, and then when they leave, either they go out this door and they get hit by this one, or they go out this door and they get hit by this one, or they go out this door and they get hit by these. So really, there's no reason for a metal detector on here if they have to go through the yard in order to get there. Perfect. Good to know. We're moving this mailroom to be maximum security only as soon as I'm able to. So let's speed this up just a little bit. Not sure why every click is being... There it goes. All right. How is the other one? Is this... Okay, this is done now. So what I want to do now... Deployment. Yep, these are all cells. So I want to make these cells. Boom. And now those are usable again. And hopefully that means that we'll have enough capacity here in maximum security. Boom. There we go. So now our prisoner capacity is no longer a problem. Now these guys are in here, and that's a problem though, because they're going to work in the shop, and that's not what I want right now. Just dismantle this. I'm going to turn the shop into... Ooh, I can't do that until they build the wall, actually. So let's build the wall there. Hang on. I need these guys out of here, actually. Where is it? Logistics? Yeah, get out of here. Come on, get out. Alright. So as soon as they build this wall, yep, they're going to install the door there. Perfect. I need this wall done ASAP, people. Like, very, very fast. Get it done. And actually, temporarily, what I should do here is mark... Because these maximum security prisoners can now get into Gen Pop through here. So I'm going to mark this room as a staff-only room temporarily until they get this done. So let's build that wall. Come on. Come on, workmen. Build it. And there we go. Okay, now I can go back to deployment. Turn this back into... Whoops. It's probably okay to have 1 guard in there for now. Deployment. There we go. Okay, so they can still work in here. Do I need a metal detector in there? I'm gonna go with no, because they're gonna go through one in the library here anyway. Save a little money. Let's do it that way. Materials. I'm doing it. I'm really, now that I've mentioned about the pausing, everyone's gonna be like looking at it going, oh man, he does do that a lot. It is what it is, guys. I'm trying. So I'm gonna do that, and then how do we get these cells to be? How do I get these cells to be maximum? Where I can never figure out which one to click. Okay, so they're coming through here. This is the airlock that prevents them from getting into Gen Pop. But if I move that airlock over here, wait, if I already, oh, there's already. Okay, I am gonna pause it now because I really want to understand what I just did. Okay, there's a fence here. That's good. That locks this area down, but it doesn't lock it down entirely because they can still go around this way. So what I need is, I need to put another fence here, I think. Yeah. I need another fence here. Do I kind of want it to be a door, though? I do kind of want it to be a door. So let's put a concrete wall there instead. And then we're going to put a staff door there instead, I think. No, because if we do that, then they can just go through the staff door. I would still need an airlock. And I don't think... No, because I want the maximum security prisoners to be able to work in the mailroom. Yeah, that was the whole point. All right, so let's not do that then. No wall. Let's go with a fence. We want them to be able to move through here. So no fence here, but that kind of defeats the purpose of this. No, because this airlock here prevents them from getting in where the snipers are. That's the whole point of that one. So I like that one. But this does mean that the snipers are going to be walking where the maximum security prisoners are, and I don't like that. Maybe I have them enter the mailroom over here, and have them be exclusively here for the mailroom and not have this door. You know, the armory is only right there. It's not that far to walk. But as soon as I say it's not that far to walk, that's when they do it. That's when they take control. That's when they do it. So how about... Yeah, we're gonna have to do it that way, I think. If I put a fence here, then the snipers are gonna walk around, which will be in Gen Pop, all the way around, and then in. But no, they're still gonna have to walk through here, which is still. So maybe I just move the door to the mailroom. If we move the mailroom door to be here, you know, we don't need all these tables. Maybe I take this table out. Let's do that. Let's take this stuff out. And we'll reroute all this stuff. Thinking on the fly here, guys. Thinking on the fly. I do want to have, though, a fence here for sure. So that fence is going to be there. It's not going to have a door. It's going to be an actual fence. People are going to have to walk around. The staff can walk like a lot of places. They're not restricted anyway. That's not a big deal. Okay. How are we doing on this stuff up here? Looks like it's all done, except we need doors. So let's put in... I want remote doors on this, I think. Yes. Let's put a remote door. They cost the same as solitary doors. I don't care. Solitary doors are going to be fine. 1, 2 solitary doors. For the execution room, I'm kind of thinking a remote door. Just because I think it'd be cooler. But at the same time, you know what? Temporarily, let's just put a regular old door in there just to get these rooms built and done. The kitchen is going to be staff only anyway, so we'll do that. This is the parole room. We're going to put a regular door here, so they're eligible for parole. Let's just put it like 2 doors. They can enter from this side or they can enter from this side. It's not a big deal. And then this is going to be visitation. And I think we'll do that here, like that. And then this whole area gets paving stone. Or does it? Or does it? Maybe it gets road because it's like darker. It's like, oh. I don't know. I think we're gonna put road in this whole area instead. Just temporarily, we'll just kind of do it around the buildings for now. Kind of do it like that. Down like this, and then over like this, and like that. And then this is also going to need its own power supply. So let's grab utilities. It's going to have a power conduit thing or whatever here, which is just enough space to get around all that. Perfect. And then the water pump is also going to be in here, and it's going to be there. Okay. So those are the utilities. Those are room for all the expansions in the utilities. Everything's good. Contrary to popular belief, you do not need the electric chair to have its own power station. That's just false. You don't need that. All you need to do is have enough power to power the chair. That's the only thing you need. So no, you don't need the power station to have its very own power supply. It's a good security policy, I suppose, because it takes a lot of juice. But if you have headroom in your power stations, then you're fine. If you do not have headroom in your power stations, for example, let's say I wanted this one to power the chair. I could run a cord all the way up there and power the chair with it. I absolutely could do that. All I would have to do is, before I test the chair and before I fry the guy, right, I come in here and I flip this power switch. And I flip this power switch. Now it shuts down my workshop. That leaves more than enough power for the power chair, right? You just have to have enough power during the executions. The chair is not pulling any power until you use it. So don't think you need that. You just don't. All right. Oh, I forgot to build this one. This building here is my staff room. That one is going to be like a staff house. It's right in the front. It's cool. All the staff can just kind of get there. I think it's nice. I think it'll work fine. Is it just me, or does the frame rate just seem bad? Something about this just seems bad for the frame rates. I don't know, maybe not. Maybe it's just me. I'm gonna need a staff door here though, so let's go with, oh, I paused it again. Let's go pause, where is it? Objects, staff door, there. Perfect. So this is my execution room. We're getting it done. We're getting close. Getting it built. So the cells, how are the cells gonna be laid out, right? Well, I'm thinking that the cells are gonna have, obviously, a bed. Bed's on this side, I guess. Obviously, they're gonna have a toilet. And I think I'm gonna put the toilets and stuff like as close to the plumbing and stuff over here as possible. So let's put it along this wall. Shower heads, we're gonna do the same thing, give them their own showers. They're gonna want their own drains as well. Obviously, we need to keep them warm, so we'll do the radiators too. Set the radiators next to the, yeah, let's put the radiator actually by, like, just put it over here on the side. Okay. Then what I want to do is I want to give them some extra stuff, okay? I want to give them, just kind of like the Supermax has, all right? I want to give them a bookshelf. Where's the bookshelf? Sorting desk, no. Bookshelf, there it is. Bookshelf in the rooms, right? They can read or whatever. Then I'm gonna give them a chair. I'm not gonna give them a really comfy chair, but I'm gonna give them a chair. There and there. So now they have a book. Oh, there we go. Power supply is online. I'm gonna do 1, 2 capacitors for now. 1, 2. Now this needs power, so we're gonna run power from here to there, of course. And then all of this stuff is eventually gonna need power. So what we'll do is I'll probably just run it up to, like, just kind of do one of these numbers, I guess. Kind of like that. And then also we'll run it kind of from here. Yeah, why not? From here and then straight up like that. For now, that's gonna power. Oh, I misaligned it. Hang on. Like that. That's better. Now I can get this room. So for now, that's gonna power everything. And then all I need now is water. So we'll do that. And we're gonna not pause it. That's gonna take a long time before I get rid of that. We're not gonna pause it. We're gonna do it this way. And then, like, maybe run this big pipe to, like, here. And then from there, the little pipes can take it from there. So we'll just kind of come up like this. And then this is where the little pipes are. So we're on there. And then up. And then up. Then the hot water pipes. Now the hot water, That's a bit trickier because I don't really want to buy another boiler. I was kind of hoping to get the hot water to be brought in from over here, but that's not going to happen. The boilers are just too far away. So we're going to need another boiler. Happy days. So how about this? Instead of this then, we're going to just kind of take and go this way with it. Take the big pipe and go to here. And then we'll put the boiler on the side of the building. It is, I don't know, here. There we go. Whoop, wrong button. Man, not having that middle mouse button is kind of weird. Gotta admit. I think it's like this. There. And then we'll take the hot water pipe and we'll stretch it out along the wall like that. That should do everything we need right there. That should handle everything. So once all of this is in place, we should have a functional place for death row. So the last little bit there, the last little step in this process, of course, is to come into bureaucracy and activate death row. $10,000. We're gonna research it. There you go, guys. We're gonna get started on the death row. Now the mail room is not quite done. We got all this stuff kind of built out. So I'm gonna take the door, and I am pausing it because I don't know why. Let it run. Let's flip this around and do there. Yeah, there, right there. Then we're gonna take the, where is it? Metal detector. Put it there. And I need the walls to be filled in there and there. That should hopefully mean that this area will be secure-ish. Yeah, I think it'll be secure because I'm going to take and put another fence there. Block that off. So now, these guys never have to walk in with maximum security with these rifles, right? They're going to walk through here. There's no door here. They'll walk around. This will be closed off, all the way around and into the armory. And this is closed off to them. They won't be able to get in because of that fence that I'm putting in. Which really, honestly, like that fence is really kind of weirdly placed. So let's just place it here and be good with it. All right. And then once that's done, we can turn these cells on as maximum security, and then we no longer need the airlock, which is kind of nice. I think it's kind of nice. Maybe we will do an airlock because I kind of want staff to be able to travel through here. But here's how we can do the airlock, right? We'll do the airlock like this. We'll take and make another fence here. Then we'll put the staff door there. That also requires me to. No, I like this idea. I'm gonna keep going with it. I know I didn't like it before, but I do now. So we're gonna go with it. I'm gonna take that right there, and we're gonna put a staff door in its place. And we'll make that a priority too. So hopefully the workmen will get to that. They've got stuff set up here pretty nicely. Power's on. Yep, power's on. Looking good. The electric chair, we can't actually place it in here until it's available for us to select. And it won't be available for us to select until after the bureaucracy research is done, which is another 20 hours. So that means that the death row will complete, and hopefully we'll be importing people. And in the next episode, that's when we'll do it. I do want to get this mailroom completely set up before any problems, though. So let's make sure that this is hooked up to power. Now, how's the power situation here? Where'd that power conduit go? Oh, here, right here. We've got headroom for one more. I think I actually took away. Yeah, this was hooked up to that circuit anyway before. So not a big deal if I just do that. Yep. And now people will be able to work in here, right? We're gonna set people to work in here, but it's gonna be maximum security, and hopefully the maximum people can deliver mail to other maximum people. Because there's so much sorted mail in here. There's like 200 letters, more than that really. Every stack you see is 10. There's like 500 letters in here. They need to get delivered. And this is unsorted mail. There's even more unsorted mail. All the big sacks are more unsorted stuff. And some of those unsorted stacks have more than 10, 17, 16, you know? So that stuff's got to get sorted. But it's going to be the next episode. I just really want to get this. I want to see this in action. I want to see this section working before I stop this video. Which just requires the workmen to get on it, really. Here they go. They're starting it now. Now we got this little airlock here. Let's make sure. I don't need to pause it to do that. Let's make sure that this is staff only. And with that being staff only, the fences being in place, there's no need for this now. So now we can tell them to take this away. Demolish this and this. And you can disassemble this door. This large door, jail door can go. This staff door here, if I can ever click on it without people going through it, can go. I know this looks kind of funny because the fences default by going this way instead of going up that way. It does look a bit funny. I might actually just use walls there instead, just purely cosmetic reasons. But, all right. So, that's it. This is done. So, what I need to do now is take the rooms, flip on cells. There we go. Check out deployment. Looking solid. Yep. Looking good. This is all fencing. There's no doors here. The door is here. This is for staff to pass through. Still locked in. Yep. I'm digging it. And then this will be like that. Yep. And then we have logistics. We have people working there. So let's see what happens when we get people working in our mailroom. Hopefully that works out. How's our super max people doing? I don't even see them. Oh, another suggestion I had. I'm gonna pause this because I actually want to think about this suggestion. I'll go 1 time speed. 1 time speed. A good suggestion in the comments. I don't know how to pull it off. I'm gonna look into that. But I just read this before recording this episode. Somebody suggested that I put door timers on these doors, right? Put the door timers in there to where they are locked down and they won't open during their yard time. Every prisoner is in lockdown right before they go into the yard. So if I lock these doors and prevent them from getting out, then the only yard they can go into is the one in their private cell. I like this idea a lot. Because then you don't get this situation where Gordon and Ellison are working their way towards each other and might actually kick off and kill each other. You won't get that situation anymore. Patterson's in permanent lockdown, which means he doesn't get to leave his cell. I don't think. I thought he was in permanent lockdown. Nope, he's just in lockdown now. Oh, I don't have him in permanent lockdown. Okay. Did I already give him? Did I just give him? I did. I just gave him extra time. I think he only had an hour left. Let's give him permanent, and then let's end it. So as soon as I end his permanent lockdown, he will be able to leave this door. The thing is, guards have to enter to let them out of these doors anyway, right? I'm not sure I like that idea, so I might hook up all of these outside doors here. I do like it here. I want that here, but I might hook up the yard doors as like with the servos, so that they can be open for them. I might do that. We'll see. I've also changed the regime slightly. I should say, I'm going to change the regime slightly to, yeah, look at this. Look at him just kick off immediately. Why is he destroying and then all of a sudden he gets away with it? Like, what? Okay, good. He is being processed. Honestly, just for the fun of it, just because he's been so bad, I'm gonna throw him in solitary for 6 hours. There you go. Have fun. Okay, guys, that's going to do it for this episode. I'm pretty sure the mailroom is going to hopefully work now. It does at least have people working there, and it is deployed as Supermax. We have higher capacity for Supermax now. We're up to a capacity of almost 200, and we can actually take in more than that. So I'm thinking, like, I'll probably do another intake. Not that many. Huh. How about we do another intake of, like, maybe 7? I think 7 would be good. So we're starting to dwindle down the supply. Our capacity for medium is only 68. We only have 41. I think it might be all right to import some more. I don't know. I mean, I have the capacity for it now, and I'm not sure how I want to divide this area up. So I think I am going to do that. Just for now, I'm going to take in some more of these guys too. So let's just do like 7 of each and call it good. That's going to do it though, guys. Tune in for the next episode where we will have all this stuff done. And, well, we're going to get it all done. And then maybe we'll see our first death row inmate. That'll be fun. Like the video if you like it. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.